Yo, what's up, Tracy? 23 back now with another video. We're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, trade deadline happens. They make a couple trades. They trade for Bones Island. They trade for Mason Plumlee. They trade for Eric Gordon. And right after All-Star break, they go on a 4-game losing streak. They go on a 4-game losing streak. Losing to Sacramento twice, losing to Minnesota, and I don't remember the other team they lost to, but it was looking bad. So, right after All-Star break, right before All-Star break, they beat the Clippers, or they beat the Suns. I'm done. They beat the Suns. After that, lose to the Clippers in a very, very, very high-scoring game, 176, 177, 175. Kings beat them. Next game, they lose to the Nuggets, 134, 124. Then the next game, they lose to the Timberwolves, 108, 101. Then they get blown out by the Warriors, 115-91. The other night, they lost again by 1 point to the Sacramento Kings, 128, 127. And then they finally beat the Memphis Grizzlies without John Morant, Steven Adams. And Brandon Clark's out for the year. Which I will talk about the Memphis Grizzlies in another video. But Russell Westbrook has been good. He's had great moments for the Los Angeles Clippers. He's also had some bad moments. He's also had some stinkers. That game against, I want to say the Kings, they were up 9 with about a minute and a half to 2 minutes. Now, I'm not saying it's his fault. Throws a turnover. And then the next 2 possessions, Paul George turns it over. Brings it down to a 3-4 point game. Then they miss a shot, come down, score. I think it was another turnover. Don't remember who turned it over. But that was obviously it was the first game. First game with Westbrook. So I kind of gave them a little pass. I'm like, okay. First game with Westbrook against a good Sacramento Kings team, number 3 seed, 2 All-Stars. I understand the loss. Then they lose again. Then they lose again. Then they lose again. That's 4 in a row. You thought adding Russell Westbrook was going to, adding Russell Westbrook was supposed to help them. That's a pure point, that's not a pure point guard. Someone that can play make, can set you up for shots. Paul George knows. Paul George in OKC, that was the best version of Paul George the second year in OKC. MVP candidate, top 3. Because of Russell Westbrook. So you would think that Russell Westbrook was going to get the best out of Paul George again. Was he getting the best out of Paul George? No, but Paul George wasn't terrible. And now with everything settling in, they beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, they didn't have John Morant. Yes, they didn't have Steven Adams. Yes, they didn't have Brandon Clark. But even getting that one win, even if it was against the freaking Hornets, that win can boost them. Oh, this is how we got to play. Oh, that's the chance where Russell Westbrook will be like, oh, I got to get Paul George in this spot. I got to get Kawhi in this spot. Mason Plumlee likes catching it here so he can just go up. Zubac likes catching those lobs. He likes catching it on the right side, likes catching it on the left side. In the middle, it don't matter. That's where Russell Westbrook needs to get that one win under his belt with the Clippers, and boom, they're going to take off. I think they will take off. And the Clippers are a team to beat. Clippers definitely a team to beat. You got Paul George. You got Kawhi Leonard. You got Zubac. You got Marcus Morris. You got Westbrook now. Ew. You got Norman Powell. You got Eric Gordon. You got Robert Covington, Nicholas Batum, Bones Highland. You got Terrence Mann. I didn't even mention Terrence Mann. You have a 11, 12 man roster. You have the roster to win. You just need to play like it. This is the deepest team in the league. I can't name a team deeper than this team. Do they have the talent? The top talent is, you can argue top 5, because I would say right now Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are better. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker are going to be better strictly because of KD. Luke and Kyrie, you can argue it. You can argue it. Steph and Clay, Steph Poole, Steph Draymond, just because they have Steph, it's just going to be there. Jokic and Murray, Jokic and Porter, I feel like you can definitely argue that. Giannis and Drew Holiday, they were both All-Stars. So there's teams, they're a top 5 to top 7 duo, but that bench is All those guys on the bench can start for a contending team. Terrence Mann can start point. I wish they kept Terrence Mann in the starting lineup. Terrence Mann can start on this team and they can win a championship. Maybe not necessarily Mason Plumlee, but Mason Plumlee can be a 6th, 7th man on a Milwaukee Bucks. Robert Covington can be one of your wings on a championship team. Nicholas Batum, the way he's been playing in LA, he can go out to a championship team and he'll get minutes. Norman Powell can be your 6-man, damn near starting shooting guard on a championship team. Like, this team is not nothing to be messed with. They have Kawhi Leonard. They got Paul George. Both two-way players. Westbrook can play a little bit of defense, and then he can also get 10, 10, and 10. Zubac, he's shown he can grab 30 rebounds. Marcus Morris has shown he can play at an all-star level when he's given the opportunity. And when he's also getting the shots that he needs. Because Marcus Morris Sr., when he was in New York, those first 10, 15 games, bro, he could have been an all-star. He could have been an all-star, which is crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, the Clippers, I think they're back on track. Even though it's only one win, you got to see what they do the next couple games. But I definitely think that they can come back, and I think they can still be that team that we want them to be. So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe.